This song is here to remind you that you're never alone.
What goes in your heart today, it matters more than words that fade away. Like sunlight paints the world always, don't hide your eyes, disguise a beautiful day. Don't be a one-man show and go ahead and share the love you hold inside. Don't think twice, don't think that you're alone. You're alone, you're not alone. When you know the key is to share the love you are. You're not alone. To find a heart that beats like yours, just give your heart to anyone in need. Spread the word, share the love, it's changing all that it can be. Don't be a one-man show and go ahead and share the love you hold inside. Don't think twice, don't think that you're alone. You're alone, you're not alone. When you know the key is to share the love not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone.
Good morning. Welcome to Agape. If you don't know, Agape is Greek for unconditional love, the love of God operating through the heart, as Martin Luther King would say. So welcome, wherever you're watching, however you're watching, whether you're on your phone, your tablet, your computer, whatever. Hey, check in. Let us know you're out there. Sign in. Also, hit that like button, hit that heart button, hit that love button. Write comments in. Light social media up, gang. And you know what? You can hit that heart button many times. You know what? Social media loves it when you do that. So we're here today to come together to explore new ideas, because here's what I understand. When we explore new ideas, when we ask questions, we open ourselves up to a greater experience of life. And what I've come to understand is the more we admit what we don't know, the more we're able to grow and to learn. But the second we say we know something, guess what, gang? The second we say we know something, we block any possibility of new information coming in. And don't tell me you don't do it, because I know I do. There are certain topics where I've got a fixed view on, and I get stubborn, and I'm not willing to open up to new possibilities. But the key thing is be open, so that if new information does come in, you're willing to possibly change. But if new information doesn't come in, you could still change based on how you see it, how you process it. So I share that with you. Be open to new ideas. And so with that in mind, let's just settle down. Let's go into that still, quiet place together and quiet our minds. So bring yourself to a comfortable seated upright position. Your back straight. Your hands are gently resting on your lap. Close your eyes and let my words guide you. Bring your awareness to your breath, simply breathing in and breathing out. Fully aware that each breath brings in oxygen and each exhale takes out carbon monoxide. You are nourishing and purifying the body. You're also breathing in life force. The breath is your connection to all of life. So as you're sitting there, allow your body to fully relax. Feel your arms relaxing, your shoulders relaxing, your back, chest, abdomen relaxing, your hips and sacral area relaxing, your legs, your feet, your toes relaxing. Now feel your relaxation totally in your head. So your whole body is fully relaxed. And so while we cannot fully shut down the ego, the mind, we can certainly slow it down. And so as I count from 5 to 1, allow your mind to become more peaceful. See less thoughts moving through it. 5, going deeper. 4, feeling a sense of peace fill your mind. 3, going deeper and deeper and deeper. 2, ever so peaceful. And 1, connected to all that is. And in this state, realize that you can no longer feel where your body begins and ends. Because your body is simply cells. It is only the mind that brings the body into the form. You're so perfectly comfortable and safe right here that you let go of your ego and you meld into all that is. It's a peaceful, undescribable, most beautiful state that one can live in. There's nothing to do, nothing to think, nothing to feel. Perfect peace. It is from this state that the slate of your life is now cleared. And with that slate cleared, you can now begin to create a whole new life experience. As you decide the belief that you would like to take with you for the rest of this day. What is that belief? Who do you desire to be? What do you desire to experience? What do you desire to feel? It's your choice. So with that choice having been made, let's come back into our bodies and our minds as I count from 1 to 5. 1, gently coming back into our physical body. 2, our mind becomes more aware. 3, we start to gently move. 4, becoming more and more alert. And 5, fully back, integrated, connected right here, right now. Open your eyes, put a smile on your face, and welcome this day. And if you feel good right now, hit that heart button. Tell the world I feel good by making a comment or hitting like or heart out there. Well, today, I'm going to continue my series on how to use the science of mind. And we're going to talk about spiritual cause and physical effect. But let's start where we started every conversation. There is a creative power that is everywhere present. It is always responding to the nature of our thoughts, and we can consciously choose as to how we use it. So think about that. There is a creative power. We're admitting one creative power. It's everywhere present, all the time. It's always working. And it is responding to the nature of our thoughts. In other words, to our beliefs. It's responding to what we believe. And we know what our beliefs are. If you've been listening for a while, you understand that your beliefs are your thoughts, your words, your actions, and your feelings aligned toward a specific result, held persistently and consistently, either consciously and or unconsciously. And you get to choose where you put your focus. And only you get to choose. Now, other people may give you their views and you may blindly adopt them, but by you not choosing to think differently, you've made a choice. You see, in practicing the science of the mind, we do not deny the physical body or the physical universe. We simply affirm that they are governed by a spiritual law that governs everything. You see, we don't deny that there's war. We don't deny that there's illness. We don't deny anything that's going out there and say it doesn't exist. No, it is an experience. It's the physical universe demonstrating. But what we do know is that there is a cause behind it, a spiritual cause. And we know that there is a law that governs everything, a law that brings harmony, a law that creates. We call that the law of physical effect and spiritual cause, or the law of cause and effect. You see, the physical body is not an illusion, but it is an effect within something that governs it. So in other words, in order for there to be an effect, there has to be a cause. And if the cause causes the effect, there must be a law that makes that happen. And that law is mechanical in that it doesn't discern what's right or wrong. It simply takes the image given to it and it creates it. So your health is a prime example of that. Your health is in response to the thoughts that you're thinking. Are you thinking healthy thoughts? Right now, in the time of COVID, are you in fear of COVID? If you're in fear of COVID, you've got fearful thoughts. Those fearful thoughts create an energy. That energy will attract a like situation. My idea is, no, think of your body as whole, perfect, and complete. Know that you are spirit expressing, and that in divine spirit, there is no illness. Illness cannot exist within spirit. It's only in the illusion that we're not one that illness can exist. You see, all physical bodies are subject to this higher intelligence that we call the law of cause and effect. There isn't a body out there. Someone's not better than another. You can change your DNA by what you believe, and science has proven that. Bruce Lipton, who's a cellular biologist, talks about this, shows us how they've done this with cells in petri dishes. Identical cells that they're able to change by simply the environment that they put the cells in. You see, we did not create the physical body, but rather we simply realize there is one. The person who practices science of mind does not work with the physical body, but rather with the spiritual idea behind the body. A practitioner of the science of mind, or a practitioner of religious science, or a practitioner of the law of cause and effect, they never work with the effect. They always work with the cause. So if I'm working with someone who has cancer, I'm never treating the cancer. Never. I'm creating an idea within the infinite mind of a perfect, healthy body. A perfect, healthy mind. I never, ever look at the condition or the effect. I go immediately to cause. That's where all spiritual mind treatment is. In other words, if you were looking at the idea of abundance, I would not treat that you cannot pay your bills. I would treat that you knew that you were one with the infinite and that all abundance is now yours. And in that treatment, in the acceptance of that treatment, you open up to receive greater and greater and greater experience of the abundance that is life. You see, our job as practitioners is to transpose the misinterpretation of the truth. We have become materialists, believing that the material has to be there in order for us to feel good. It's just the opposite. How we feel and what we think causes the material and our response to it. We've been taught backwards. And that's how materialism in the world, that's how our economy works right now if you don't get it. What are they telling you? You buy this car, you're going to feel good. You have this type of relationship, you're going to feel good. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's all about who are you being? And it doesn't matter what the car is or who the person is. You're going to have a great experience driving, or you're going to have a great experience with the relationship because it's who you are. Illusion is not in the conditions of things, but rather in the way we interpret them. Everything is about the perspective in which we look at things. Everything is perspective. It is the lens that we see life. And in that lens, our life is. Now, here's the key. You can change the lens. You can adjust the lens. And that's what we as practitioners do. We form a new belief. That new belief changes the lens of life. In practice, in everyday life, we use logic and reason to take us as far as we can. But once we can't go as far as we want, then we move to creating the divine idea behind the thing we want. See, we're always creating a divine idea. And that divine idea demonstrates in our lives. Our job is to realize that there is one spirit in the universe, and every manifestation is some form of it. There's not a you and an I. There's not two of us. We're all part of the one spirit. In essence, everything is connected. This is one infinite intelligence demonstrating as unique individualizations of it, but everything is still connected no matter what is happening. And even if we can't perceive it, the connection exists. And our job as practitioners is to realize this oneness. You see, form, experience, always corresponds with the idea we hold in consciousness. The form could actually be there, but because the idea, the perspective we're looking at, we can't even see that the form we're desiring is already there. The person of our dreams could already be in our life, But because we haven't built a mental image of it, we're not even open to see that that person exists. Our role as practitioners is to provide our perfect image or idea of that which we seek to have or to experience. And realize this, we don't really seek to have anything. We seek the experience of having something. It's always about the experience of life that we're looking for. Without the experience, why would you want a car? Without the experience of a loving relationship, why would you want a relationship? Without the experience of eating and tasting a great food, why would you want the great food? It's the experience we associate with things that give it its juice, that cause this desire within us to want it and want more. You see, we as practitioners must have a deep faith, conviction, and a complete acceptance of the spiritual universe, the spiritual person. And we must have that here and now. In other words, we don't see what we want in the future. We see it right here, right now. Our role in the creative process is to create the vision and to hold the vision as if it were already done. That's the role of the creator. That's our role. You see, pure spirit is at the center of every organ, every action, every function of our being. Our job is to realize that spirit is the cause and is always there. And it is not brought into our being. This idea is not brought into our being by our words or statements. It is revealed and brought to light by them. So as we speak with belief and conviction, knowing our oneness, we bring into the light that which we are seeking. And the light creates that which we desire. You see, in the spiritual, there is no congestion, confusion, infection, or wrong action. It's in the disconnection with the spiritual that we realize the congestion, confusion, infection, and wrong action. In oneness, where there is no contrast, no disease can possibly be experienced. Our role is to embody this truth, which we do through the realization of oneness with the universal mind. And when we do that, we embrace our own perfection. The spiritual law of life works automatically. It always produces exactly what we want. In other words, we cannot hide from it. It is always there. It is always working. It is always responding to our thoughts. Whatever you believe about them will be your experience. The key thing is to understand there can be no effective healing or revelation until our consciousness reunites with our source, reunites with allness. That's the key. And one of the things that I've come to understand is that the way to reunite is in gratitude for everything, not just some things, gratitude for everything. And the one thing that is closest to my heart is a deep practice of meditation. Meditation is where we let go of the body, we let go of the mind, and we center into the oneness. And from the oneness, when we speak our words with clarity, we set the law of cause and effect in motion, and the experience is guaranteed now. Here's the key thing. Now that you know that there is a law of cause and effect, are you willing to take conscious control and use it to create the life of your dreams? Let's go within. I know that there is one. It is infinite, it is all-knowing, it is everywhere present. It is expressing in and through and as all things, and there is nothing but it. Because if there is an infinite, there can only be one infinite. There cannot be two. It is in this idea of the infinite that I realize that I am an individualization of it. I am a point of consciousness within the infinite consciousness, as are every human being on the planet. I realize that we're all connected, we're all powerful, all wisdom is available to each and every one of us right here, right now. And knowing this, I call forth within me, and I call forth within each of you that are listening, the ability to hear what is the clarity that the vision, the uniqueness of you is calling forth, so that you can hear what is that next step, that next thought, action, feeling to take you on the most magnificent journey of life. Because how I use the creative process is I pause, I pray for clarity, I listen, I hear clarity, and I take action. I receive an effect, and I repeat the process over and over. I believe this process will be eternal, that we will be using this process for all of eternity, because there's no way that we will ever, as individualizations or unique expressions, understand and embody the fullness and allness of what it means to experience the infinite. So our journey is an eternal one. And that journey is in the here and now. And I bask in the glory that I am on that journey. And I bask in the glory that you are on that journey. And I give thanks for the opportunity, the gift to experience life. Even more than I've ever experienced before. And even more than you've ever experienced before. I bask in that. And my heart fills with gratitude. For gratitude is the ultimate affirmation, the ultimate prayer. And so knowing that I am filled with gratitude, knowing that the law has responded to this prayer, I simply accept it. Knowing it is done, I can let it be. And letting it be, we say together, and so it is. Amen. Well, gang, let me say this. I love being with you. So if you love being with me, hit that heart button. Let me feel a little love. Give me some love out there. And while you're at it, if the message of Agape serves you and you would like to help support us bringing this message to more and more people, you'll find in the description there's a give button. Click on it. Make a donation. And if you can't do it right now, go to agapespiritualcenter.com and you'll see a tab to give. Make a donation. Give because you've received. And this way we continue to bring this energy to the world. I want you to mark your calendars, if you're here in Dallas, Fort Worth, that on June 20th, we'll be doing our next in-person service. That will be Father's Day. You're all welcome, no matter who you are. Those of you who are not in Dallas, don't worry. I've got a service plan for you as well. But plug into Agape. And if you're being called and you want to start a meditation practice, go to agapespiritualcenter.com, click on the calendar, and you'll see meditation every morning, 7 a.m. Anyone can join us. Click on the Zoom link that's on the calendar and plug in. Also know I do thoughts that can change your life each and every morning at 8 a.m. On Wednesdays, we have community gatherings at 1:30 p.m. and then again at 7 p.m. Plug in. Connect with like-minded people. Let's support each other and create an environment where we as practitioners heal the planet of separation. And as we heal the planet of separation, all of our lives expand. And we realize that conscious will still be there, but we'll be moving in a more conscious direction together. It's always more fun being and doing it with others while we're in human form. So everybody, go create your most magnificent life and know that if no one tells you it, I will. I love you and I accept you just like you are. Go be you today. It's enough. Until next time,